Ever wondered how many voices claim to speak in Islam's name in our world today? It's like a busy marketplace, isn't it? Voices from every corner, each claiming to hold the true interpretation of our faith. Some are loud and aggressive, their messages filled with anger and intolerance. Others whisper quietly, spreading their views under the guise of piety and righteousness. But amidst this cacophony, how do we find the truth? How do we separate the wheat from the chaff? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has given us a compass. His life and teachings are our guide. But we have to remember, it's not about the loudest voice, it's about the truest voice. In the midst of these misguided voices, the need for true wisdom has never been greater. So let's embark on a journey together to rediscover the Prophet's wisdom in our times. What if I told you that humility, not superiority, was the Prophet's way? Now that might go against some misconceptions, but it's time we delve deeper into the Prophet Muhammad's model of humility. Humility, in its essence, is recognizing our place in the grand scheme of things and understanding that we are all part of the same human family. The Prophet Muhammad exemplified this ethos in his life, treating everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their background or status. Consider this. The Prophet, despite being the leader of a growing community, would sit on the ground, eat with his hands, and even mend his own clothes. His humility wasn't just a show for the people, it was a fundamental aspect of his character. He didn't just talk about humility, he lived it, embodying the essence of the Arabic word tawadu, which means to lower oneself in relation to others. He treated everyone as equals, breaking down the barriers of pride and arrogance that often divide us. And it wasn't just about how he treated other humans. His humility extended to all of God's creation. He taught us to respect and care for animals, to conserve resources, and to appreciate the beauty of the natural world. But the Prophet's humility went even further. He taught us that humility is about acknowledging our weaknesses, seeking forgiveness, and striving to improve. He once said, "No one who has the weight of a seed of arrogance in his heart will enter paradise." This humility wasn't a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. It requires courage to put others before oneself, to admit when we're wrong, and to seek help when we need it. Humility is about being secure enough in who we are that we don't need to belittle others to feel superior. So, in a world that often equates success with arrogance and power with superiority, let us remember the Prophet's model of humility. It's not about being the loudest in the room or having the most followers on social media. It's about treating everyone with kindness, respect, and understanding. True greatness, as the Prophet taught us, lies in humility and treating all of God's creation with respect. Have you heard of the term jihad and wondered what it truly means? In recent times, this word has been misappropriated and misunderstood, leading to distorted perceptions. Some have taken it to mean a call to violence, but this couldn't be further from the truth. The word jihad in Arabic literally means struggle or striving. In the context of Islam, it refers to the spiritual struggle against evil within oneself. It's about self-improvement, personal development, and making efforts to correct injustice. It's not about harming others, but about striving to be a better person. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described the greatest jihad as the battle against one's own desires. It's the internal struggle to remain patient and steadfast, to uphold moral and ethical values even when it's challenging, and to constantly seek knowledge and understanding. Moreover, jihad is not just a personal journey. It extends to our interactions with others. It's about spreading the message of Islam through peaceful means. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized the importance of using wisdom and kind words when conveying the teachings of Islam. This is a far cry from the violent acts some associate with jihad. Such acts are not jihad, but rather they are against the teachings of Islam. Islam promotes peace, kindness, and understanding. It discourages violence and aggression. So it's crucial to understand that true jihad is not about causing harm or distress to others. It's about struggling against our own negative inclinations and striving for personal and societal betterment. It's about fostering peace, understanding, and mutual respect. Remember, Islam is a religion of peace, and its teachings reflect this. Jihad, when understood correctly, is a concept that promotes self-improvement, justice, and peace. It's about the individual's journey towards becoming a better person and contributing positively to their community. True jihad is a peaceful endeavor to spread the message of Islam with wisdom and kind words. Every decision we make, big or small, matters. But how do we make the right ones? As we navigate the complexities of life, we often find ourselves standing at crossroads, unsure of the path to take. The Prophet's wisdom provides us with a guiding light in these moments of uncertainty. He taught us that decision-making is not just about choosing between options. It's about reflecting on our intentions, understanding the implications, and making choices that align with our faith and values. It's about seeking knowledge and wisdom and using them as our compass. The Prophet's life was an embodiment of thoughtful decision-making, always considering the impact on others and upholding the principles of justice and compassion. So the next time you find yourself at a crossroads, remember his wisdom. In every action, pause and ponder. Are we following the Prophet's path of wisdom and compassion? Did you know that the Prophet emphasized the importance of knowledge? In his wisdom, he understood that knowledge is the key to enlightenment, the beacon that guides us through the darkness of ignorance. He taught us that the pursuit of knowledge is a noble endeavor, a lifelong journey that begins with the first breath and ends with the last. The Prophet didn't just encourage us to learn about our faith, but to broaden our understanding of the world around us. From the sciences to the arts, from the mysteries of the cosmos to the wonders of the earth, all knowledge is a testament to the Creator's greatness. And with knowledge, we gain the power to discern truth from falsehood, to challenge misconceptions, and to make informed decisions. He urged us to share our knowledge, to teach and to learn from each other, because knowledge is not just power, it's a shared treasure that enriches us all. Knowledge is power. It guides us to make enlightened choices in all aspects of life. Unity and diversity. Sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? But it was the Prophet's way. In a world often divided by differences, it's easy to forget that we're all part of the same human family. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, understood this deeply. He taught us that our diversity isn't a reason for discord, but a cause for celebration. Imagine a garden filled with flowers of the same color, shape, and scent. It would be monotonous, wouldn't it? Now imagine another garden, with flowers of all different colors, shapes, and scents. Which is more beautiful? Which is more interesting? Diversity, in all its forms, is what makes life beautiful and interesting. It's what makes us human. The Prophet's teachings emphasized unity and diversity. He treated everyone with equal respect and kindness, regardless of their race, color, language, or social status. He taught us that all humans are equal in the eyes of God, and that our true worth lies not in our physical appearances or worldly possessions, but in our moral character and actions. He also taught us the importance of building bridges with all communities. He didn't just tolerate diversity, he embraced it. He interacted with people of different faiths and cultures, not as adversaries, but as fellow human beings. He built relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, and showed us how to live harmoniously in a diverse world. So the next time you encounter someone who seems different from you, remember the Prophet's teachings. Don't let fear or prejudice cloud your judgment. Instead, reach out with an open mind and a kind heart. Learn about their culture, their beliefs, their experiences. You might be surprised by how much you have in common. In conclusion, unity and diversity isn't just a nice slogan. It's a principle that lies at the very heart of Islam. It's a call to recognize and respect our common humanity while celebrating our unique individualities. It's a reminder that we're all brothers and sisters in this global family, and that our strength lies in our unity, not in our division. Islam's message is unity, not division. The Prophet's life was a testament to this. Think before you act. A simple phrase, but one that carries the essence of the Prophet's teachings. It's a call to pause, to reflect, to consider the impact of our actions before we take them. It's a reminder that every choice we make, every step we take, should be guided by wisdom and understanding, not impulse or ignorance. Consider this. How many times have we acted out of impulse, only to regret it later? How many times have we spoken harsh words in anger, only to wish we could take them back? It's human nature to act first and think later, but the Prophet's wisdom calls us to a higher standard. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a model of thoughtful action. He taught us to consider the consequences of our deeds, to weigh the potential harm against the potential good. He taught us to be patient, to hold our tongues when we're angry, to seek peace instead of conflict. This is the wisdom we should strive to emulate in our daily lives. But how do we apply this wisdom in a world filled with distractions and temptations? How do we stay true to the Prophet's teachings when we're surrounded by voices urging us to act without thinking, to prioritize our desires over our duties? The answer lies in knowledge and understanding. We must educate ourselves about the teachings of the Prophet, about the principles of Islam. We must seek guidance from the Quran and the Hadiths, and strive to apply their lessons in our daily lives. We must learn to distinguish between the true voice of wisdom and the false voices of misguidance. So the next time you're faced with a decision, take a moment to think. Reflect on the Prophet's teachings. Consider the impact of your actions. Ask yourself, does this decision align with the principles of Islam? Does it reflect the wisdom, patience, and understanding that the Prophet embodied? Our choices should be guided by knowledge, not impulsiveness. That's the Prophet's wisdom. In a maze of opinions, how do we find the right path? That's a question that's often asked, and the answer lies in seeking the right guidance. In our complex, ever-evolving world, the range of opinions can be overwhelming. We find ourselves at a crossroads, bombarded by a flurry of voices, each claiming to hold the key to the truth. But amidst this cacophony, it's crucial to remember that not all voices are equal. Some may lead us astray, while others guide us towards the light of wisdom. Think of it as navigating through a dense forest. Would you rely on a random signpost, or would you trust a tried and tested map? The teachings of the Prophet, encapsulated in the Quran and authentic Hadiths, serve as that reliable map, guiding us safely through the forest of life. These sources of wisdom are not just historical artifacts. They are timeless guides, offering solutions to our modern dilemmas. They are the compass that points us towards the path of truth and righteousness, steering us away from the pitfalls of misguidance and confusion. But remember, a map is only as good as the person reading it. It's essential to approach these sources with an open heart and a humble mind, ready to learn and willing to change. Let's strive to understand the spirit of the Prophet's teachings, rather than getting lost in the letter. We must also be cautious of false prophets, those who twist the words of the Prophet to fit their own agendas. They may use eloquent speech and persuasive arguments, but their guidance is like a mirage in the desert, leading us further into the wilderness. So, in this maze of opinions, always seek guidance from the Quran and authentic Hadiths. Allow these eternal truths to illuminate your path, guiding your actions and beliefs. They are the beacon that shines through the fog of uncertainty, the compass that points towards the path of wisdom and compassion. They are the keys to understanding the Prophet's teachings and to challenging the falsehoods that cloud our modern discourse. In this maze of opinions, always seek guidance from the Quran and authentic Hadiths. The path to peace, isn't that what we're all seeking? In the hustle and bustle, the discord and dissonance, we often forget that peace begins within, and where better to find that inner peace than in the teachings of the Prophet? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was a beacon of tranquility in a turbulent world. His wisdom was not just about solving conflicts but preventing them. His teachings emphasized the power of understanding, mutual respect, and coexistence. He showed us that we are not different threads, but parts of the same tapestry, woven together by the hands of the divine. In our interactions, let's remember his teachings. Let's replace hostility with harmony, discord with dialogue, and prejudice with patience. Let's strive to create a world where understanding drowns out misunderstanding, where coexistence conquers conflict. The true path is that of peace, understanding, and coexistence, following the Prophet's legacy of wisdom. As we navigate life's complexities, how do we find our way? In this maze of uncertainty, it is the wisdom of the Prophet that can guide us. It's a beacon of light, illuminating the path of understanding, patience, and love. Every day we face decisions, big and small, and it's easy to be swayed by the loud, misguided voices around us. But remember, true wisdom isn't found in the noise, it's found in the silence, in moments of reflection and prayer. It's found in the teachings of the Prophet. The Prophet's wisdom isn't just about knowing right from wrong. It's about understanding why something is right or wrong. It's about making choices that reflect not just our beliefs, but also our humanity. Embrace this wisdom, apply it to your life. Let it guide your actions and decisions. Let it inspire you to challenge falsehoods and misconceptions. Let the prophet's wisdom light our way. Be wary of false narratives and choose the path of understanding, patience, and love.